This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Hello, welcome to Will Rumford. This is not your host, Tom.
This is not your host, Tom, either.
But we're with you as always. I don't know what else he says because I don't say it.
And with me, as always, are Aaron, Michael, and Diana.
Yeah, it's just Aaron and Michael. So this is the not best of 2022. What our holiday traditions, memories of 2022.
We're saying goodbye to 2022
Yeah.
and saying hello to 2023.
Yes. So it's a lot of folks sent in their contributions to this show, and we're just doing a little intro here. We're in a rush, so this is going to sound a little janky because, Southwest Airlines is having some problems, in case you guys didn't realize. And we're heading to Disney, and we got to drive now. So quickly, meet up. We're having the meet up, don't forget, for Disney Marathon weekend.
Yeah. Gosh, he put me on the spot. Friday, January 6th.
Yeah.
January 6th in Disney Springs over at Expedition Park, which is where the food trucks are, between Starbucks, kind of over by Haleo, that area, not far from Splitsville.
Yada,
Come find
yada.
us.
Yeah, over that way.
It's been posted all over our social media by this point, I assume. Yeah.
Also, look for us at the expo on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't know what time we'll be there, but we'll be there Wednesday because we don't have a choice. Because obviously we have to get our dopey stuff. I'll probably be outside drinking a beer at a table, waiting for people to buy stuff on the floor because I don't do
Unlikely,
expos.
since it's going to be virtual queue, and
No, I meant on the expo floor.
I don't
not
buy
that.
stuff on the expo floor.
Oh,
I just hang out and see the girls from Sparkle Athletic.
There
and
you go.
Anybody else who might be around.
Yes. So if you see me, I'm probably be wearing a hat that says Batona Trail Races on it.
Okay,
There you go.
that's very
Anyway, all right.
very specific.
Let's get into our 2022
Wow.
moments. What's your 2022 moment?
Oh, I'm supposed to go. I thought we were reading other people's.
Read other people's. Go.
Okay. We had a couple that got sent in. So I'm going to go with Rachel Likes to Run, said her favorite goal moment was getting back into movement consistently 1 year postpartum. And I think hosting Christmas Eve for my parents and in-laws to celebrate and spoil my son is my new favorite, or taking my son to see Christmas lights.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Let's see. I have one from Dawn, who was on Runner Studio, but refused to send audio. Just saying.
Way to call her out.
The most memorable moments of 2022 were meeting Amy and Dana of Run Eat Drink and members of the Runcation Nation at the Donna Marathon weekend. That is awesome. They're super people.
Yes.
Also, so glad to have been a guest on this fabulous podcast. And ending the year with my daughter's wedding was quite amazing. Looking to meeting more Instagram friends at Dopey soon. Have a wonderful holiday season. And that was from Dawn.
Yes. And I've got one more, which I think is funny, is Kizzle, our friend Linda, who says her brand new holiday tradition is baking with Erin. That's me. And our friend Steph, I went up there and baked some cookies with them. It was a whole lot of fun. She said also seeing Christmas lights. She has over 20 Christmas trees in her house.
Wow. That seems excessive, I'm just going to say.
They're all themed, and they're all adorable because I've seen lots of pictures of them. All right. What is your favorite goal-getting moment,
Oh, God,
Michael?
really? I don't know. I'm going to say finishing Rockin' the Knob.
Okay.
Because the year before was a tough year. Or not, was it the year before? Whatever it was. We DNF'd that. Then I DNF'd Batona. So Rockin' the Knob was really felt good getting to the end of it this year. I think he gave me a big boost through the end of the year. So that was my big, and we met a lot of people up there and saw a lot of people while we were up there. And it was just it was a good day. It was a painful day, but it was a good day.
Well, that's good. I guess my favorite goal-getting moment of the year, while also somewhat tragic since it ended with a stress fracture, was probably Loopy Looper. I mean, I had a tough year overall, but I don't know, being out there and completing that was definitely an accomplishment despite the fact that I was injured. And I also enjoyed the fact that I ran every loop in a different skirt and looked really cute doing it the whole time.
There you go. And you met On the Runs podcast.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Who hopefully I know that they were in Disney. Are they coming down for Marathon Weekend? I don't
know. I don't think so.
Okay.
Not from what I can
know
tell.
that they were in Disney at one point.
That was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that he met Tom.
Yes.
And Diana.
Randomly. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to head into all of your moments that you sent in via voice memos.
Yep. First up will be Tom and Diana, and then we'll head into everybody else.
And I'm going to end this part of it with a quote from Benjamin Franklin. Be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let every new year find you a better man or woman.
I bet if we looked it up, I would bet that Ben Franklin spent time in our town.
Probably.
Yeah. I'll have to look that up.
Probably.
All right, everybody, enjoy the show. Happy 2022 is over, and happy 2023. We'll be back in a week or two with a marathon weekend recap, and some other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you were going to do a sights and sounds, right? Maybe.
Yeah,
possibly?
we're going to try and do some live recordings while we're there. We bought a recorder to use.
Yeah.
If you can hear right now, there's two cats going crazy in this room, whining.
As
nonstop.
always.
But yeah, so we're going to try and do some recording on site. Maybe you can do some marathon day since we'll
see how this
cheering,
goes.
So
if you hear from us next week, that's what it'll be.
Yeah.
And if you don't hear that from us, it'll just be an Inside the Runner studio. We'll see what happens.
See what happens. Flip a coin. See. All right. Thanks everybody for listening. And here comes everyone.
Bye.
Hello, Will Run For family. Diana here, checking in for the end of 2022. This has been an insane year filled with ups and downs and laughs and tears, and you guys have been a part of it all. I think in 2022, I really fell back in love with running after a couple of years of really struggling, kind of feeling not up to it. This year, I really took control of my training. I had a ton of PRs. I was able to work really hard. And I saw lots of successes with that. And I think I'm actually ready for Dopey, which is shocking to say, but I am so excited to run that race. This year we had tons of great races. I don't know if anything really sticks out in my mind as a favorite other than, our traditional favorites, our Charles Street 12, our Run Disney events, Springtime Surprise, all fantastic races. And I just wanted to say a special thank you to everyone. I think, as you guys know or probably saw, we did lose our pal Archie this year. He was a constant voice on the podcast, whether it was video check-ins, whether it was him squeaking or barking in the background. We just loved him so much. And thank you all for the love and support and messages and getting me through it. I'm still kind of going through it, but I really couldn't do it without all of your support. And thanks again for everyone who contributed to Barks for that donation. It really means so much to me. I cannot tell you all of the sad and happy tears I cried over that. So thank you so much, everyone, for your support. We love you all. Archie loved you all. He was probably annoyed with all of you as well. When we were recording that show. So I just want to send a special thank you to everyone. Have a great 2023. And everyone running Dopey. We got this. Bye, everyone.
Hey, Will Run For podcast family. This is host Tom. I'm the awkward one that ends each episode with a weird quote. I just wanted to say 2022 was a heck of a year for running and the podcast. And I want to thank everyone who's listened or shared the show or left a review or just interacted with us in any way. It really means a lot. If I think back on the year, some of the biggest accomplishments are just, training when you didn't want to train or certain runs throughout the year. I got a couple half marathons in. I tried rocking the knob. I failed at rocking the knob. That's okay. And then most recently we've been training for Dopey. So as of when I'm recording, we're just a little over a week or so from the actual Dopey events. And I'm very excited. The anticipation is killing me. So I got a plan. I'm going to stick to the plan. I'm going to run those races and see what I can do. But, I'm really looking forward to meeting new people down in Florida, seeing people that we only know via social media, and just, participating in everything that Dopey has to offer. That's it. I hope you all have had a great 2022 and are gearing up for an even better 2023. And with that, I will awkwardly say thank you again. We love this community, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
Hello, Will Run For family. This is Christine in Wisconsin. I'm at Runcation Dreaming on Instagram. And my favorite goal-getting moment of 2022 was at the start line of my very first trail race on the beautiful Mattahey Trail in North Dakota. At the last minute at the expo, my 8-year-old son asked to join me, and that in and of itself was awesome and a goal-getting moment. But it got even better at the start line when he asked me why I run. We had this incredible conversation about all my whys, and then I got to ask him why he likes to run. And he said, because it is fun. And that just made me so happy. We ran all the miles, we had all the fun, took all the pictures, and it was an amazing race. Happy 2023, y'all.
What's up, Will Run For? This is Greg in Orlando, and my favorite goal getter this year has to be Yeti 100 in July. My first 100-mile race was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and I could not have done it without the support of friends, and more importantly, my new fiance, who got me to the finish line in one piece. Have a happy holidays, everyone.
Hey, Will Run For family. Tom, Diane, Anna, Aaron, the ass. This year's been interesting. 26 races total. I can totally feel it. I'm in the middle of marathon training for Myrtle Beach, which I have put the invitation out there to Michael to come down and pace me, since he is now a pacer, per se. But other than that, I don't hold anything against either one of y'all for the Raleigh fiasco of all the hills on the dirt trail, horse trail, that was not a favorite of mine. Excuse me, but I'm looking forward to next year. Kind of got my favorite races marked, and I'm literally down to 15 or 16 from 26. And I'm going to get out and try to have more fun runs next year and get back to basics, per se. Keep up the great work, and good luck, y'all, in Disney. After doing a 5K, 10K back-to-back, I do not see how I could pull the other distances off. I mean, it would just be too much. But hey, you guys have got it. I believe in all of y'all that's doing it. And we'll talk at you next year. Bye.
Hey, Will Run For crew. It's your old friend, Karate Chop. One thing I've discovered, or maybe rediscovered in the last year, and this is more meaningful than any medal or PR, is simply the joy in running. It's been almost like an overlapping theme between the YouTubers, podcasters, and pro runners that I follow, this idea of bringing running back to basics, appreciating it and remembering why we started. At some point, I think it influenced me enough to try to change my own mindset. So instead of approaching every race like it's life or death, I began treating them sort of like a celebration of the work I did to get there. And instead of running those late marathon miles alone, I shared them with other runners. And I even got to sort of experience running through beginner's eyes again and helping my daughter train for her first 5K and run the race with her. And it was one of the best moments in my running life. And I even recently joined a local running club, and it's not so much about the pace we run together, but bonding over this thing we love. And this all sounds corny, but I think my mentality around running has for years been more toxic than useful. So the goal I'm most proud of this year has been finding the joy in running again. And that being said, if you take one of my Strava segments, I'm still coming for your ass. Happy holidays.
Hello everyone, it's Laura from from the Netherlands. My favorite goal-getting moment from this year has something to do with me running postpartum. My son was born in February, I started running again in April, and my first postpartum goal was a 5-miler in September. The other challenging thing about it was that I did the whole race with the run, walk, run method. Normally, I only take walk breaks during the Run Disney races. But I signed up for the customized training plan, and I decided to stick with the run, walk, run ratios for the whole year. And I wasn't disappointing at all for my results. I even did better than my Magic Mile predicted. It was a lovely day, and I have become a little bit of a medal snob, so I'm not very impressed with the medal, but the best reward was when I could give my son a hug after the finish line. And I've got a very cute picture of him checking if the medal was real. For holiday traditions, I don't have anything worth mentioning. Just a fun fact, we don't call it Christmas Day or Boxing Day. We call it the first day of Christmas and the second day of Christmas. For all your marathon weekend runners out there, you got this. You did the hard part. The training is definitely the hardest part. Don't believe anything they say about waking up early is the hardest part. No, the training is definitely the hardest part. All those miles in the whatever weather conditions you went through, you are going to enjoy running at Walt Disney World in just a couple of weeks already. Have fun out there. I'm wishing everybody happy holidays and the best wishes for 2023. Bye.
Hey friends, it's Megan Avis, and my major goal getter was that I'm so happy that I was able to run pain-free all year since I got cleared to run again in April. And my other is that I loved getting to be Nikki's tour guide for her first marathon at Space Coast.
Hi, Will Run For family. It's Meredith, also known as Scooter Doot. We celebrate both Hanukkah and Christmas here at the Daniel household. And so we're currently celebrating Hanukkah. We have latkes and delicious food, and we play, well, when my kids were younger, we used to play dreidel. We don't do that anymore because they're not interested. How dare they, right? We also have a mensch and a elf, so they travel around together and do little fun things. And then for Christmas morning, I always do a French toast bake for brunch. I don't know what the kids would do if we ever stopped making that, so I think it's in the cards forever. Happy holidays and have a great new year.
Hi, everybody. It's Mike, a.k.a. Run Disnerd. Yes, the one whose name Aaron can't seem to get right. Just kidding, Aaron. First off, I wanted to wish you all a very happy and safe holiday season. And for those of you running your first marathon or your first Dopey, I wanted to pass along some friendly advice. There is no secret sauce or pixie dust that's going to carry you across the finish line. It's all the hard work, all the sacrifice, and all the miles that you put in that's going to get you there and carry you over that finish line. Finish lines aren't miracles. They're a product of hard work. And I'm not going to lie, it's a marathon. And as they say, it's not if the pain shows up, but when it shows up. But when it does, just remember, trust in your training and your game plan, and don't forget to believe in yourself. You're stronger than you think you are. Finishing a marathon is going to change your life forever. Trust me, it's worth it. Just stick with it, hang tough, good luck, and I'll see you all out there.
Hey there, Will Run for hosts and friends. It's Susie here, and my biggest goal-getting moment of 2022 was running and completing my first marathon. And of course, it was at Disney. 2022 also taught me to slow down and rest. During the marathon, I actually got stepped on, which caused a metatarsal stress fracture in my foot, causing me to miss out on several weeks of running. Outside of running, I teach a yoga class at my local humane society called Kitty Karma Yoga, where we bring animals into the room while you practice a yoga class. We were able to host the class 8 months out of the year, with all the registration fees being donated to Helping Hands Humane Society in Topeka, Kansas. 2023 is going to be bigger and better than ever, running my first Dopey, woohoo! So until then, I hope to run into you soon. Thanks, guys. Have a great new year.
Hey, everybody, it's Tanya. My greatest goal-getting moment of 2022 was a full year in the works. Last year, it hit me pretty hard that I'd fallen into the comparison game, particularly with times, and getting really upset with myself when, I've been running for what feels like my whole entire life, but, I'm just not getting faster, and seeing people that are, and they just started, and, it was just ridiculous. I was stealing my own joy to the point I just wasn't enjoying running anymore and really questioned what I was even doing. So this year I decided to kind of quit Strava because the updates, or frankly lack of them, was really part of the frustration. I'm still on it. I just don't check it anymore. And though I still log my races and miles, I don't really pay much attention to the time elapsed. Just wanting to finish and feel good. My goal was to finish my races with a smile and to have a good time. And I'm proud to say that for all but one, a 5K that was done in the summertime, and I hate summer running, so I don't know why I did it. Anyway, that was the only exception. So that was a success. Even my marathon this fall was enjoyed from mile 0 to 26.2, and I finished with a smile on my face, proud to have crossed the finish line. I'm really looking forward to 2023. I've got some cool races lined up and some repeats I'm anxious to get out there again for. And I'm really excited to have more finish line smiles.
Hi, everybody. This is Angie here with Andrew.
Hi, everyone.
We're talking in to talk about our favorite goal moments of 2022. For me, it was definitely learning that I could come back from taking a break from running postpartum and get back into running again. So really for me, the most emotional finish was probably Shamrock, because then I realized that I could get out there and do a half again. Andrew, how about you?
I think it was a two-part for me. So number one was, really proving to myself that we could still fit running into our lives after having a kid, and that we didn't have to completely sacrifice this hobby that we'd really come to love, because all of our time was going to be spent on the child instead. And over the course of the year, I think we counted, we have a total of 7 different events. I think about 12 actual races, since some of those events were multiple races in the same thing, like at Springtime Surprise. So, getting that many in over the course of the year is more than I've ever done before. And then looking ahead to Dopey 2023, the biggest thing for me was going and doing Rockin' the Knob, the half marathon, finishing there, and really getting to the point where I've never been so exhausted before in my life, but in being able to keep going and get to the finish really kind of got rid of any fear or trepidation I had about being able to finish anything that was just a normal road race in the future.
Hell yes. You heard it here first, people. Dopey 2023. It's going to feel so easy.
In comparison, I'd say that's fair.
And we'll never regret saying so.
Hey, Will Run For fam, this is Melanie, and my favorite goal-getting moment of 2022 was definitely running my first 50K. I did it at Labor Pain's 12-hour endurance trail run, which is out in Reading, PA, and it was technically my first marathon as well, since I decided to kind of just jump right over that mile marker and into my first 50K. It's something that I've wanted to do for the past couple of years, and this past year I was finally able to keep myself healthy enough and stay on track with my training to pull it off. It was, of course, a super hot day, being Labor Day weekend. It was in the 90s, so everyone was just very focused on keeping themselves hydrated and cool. I wouldn't say I did the best job of eating throughout the day, and I definitely drank entirely too much Mountain Dew, but those are all just learning lessons for next year. It was a very cool environment to be in. I was surrounded by friends and family. The Will Run For community was there. My husband actually paced me for about 20 miles of this race, which was so helpful. So at the end of the day, it was just cool to be out on the trail in the woods with our running community, and with such a supportive group of volunteers. Pretzel City does such an excellent job. So if you're looking to get into, your first ultra or even just your first trail marathon, I highly recommend doing it this way. It just makes for such a great environment and a really, really fun day. So Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope you all reach your goals for 2023.
Hi, Will Run For family. This is Alicia here. It's been amazing to see all of the goal getters go after and achieve their goals for 2022. Congratulations on hitting your goals. I hope everyone is looking forward to 2023 and setting new goals for themselves. I know I'm looking forward to setting a new marathon PR after 8 years of no marathons. Can't wait to crush these goals together. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Will Run For family. This is Brittany, and I just wanted to share a couple of holiday traditions I have. The first one starts in November, which for me starts the couple months of celebration, but we always try to run a race on or around our anniversary weekend. Running is a huge part of our relationship. The early days, we spent many dates running. We got engaged at the end of a half marathon. I even tried to run a race the day before our wedding, but Kenny stopped me on that one. And so it's something that we always do together, and we love to start off our anniversary by celebrating with a run. And then the second tradition is we get together with friends and go and run and look at Christmas lights, and then come home and have hot chocolate and cookies and just enjoy some of our favorite things in life. Friends, running, and the joy of the season, and just remembering to slow down and enjoy those things. I hope everyone had a great year, and here's to an even better 2023.
Hey, Will Run For fam. Longtime listener, first time caller. It's Melissa, also known as Snarky Snacker on Instagram. My goal-getter moment of 2022 was honestly not even on my radar until about a year ago. Knowing so many of you dang inspiring runners from the Run Disney community can make you believe you can do all sorts of dumb things, like run a marathon. And October 9th, 2022, I did just that. I finished the Chicago Marathon. Not only was it my first ever marathon, but my first World Major star. Go big or go home, right? Huge shout out to my hometown running bestie, Sarah, for getting me across the finish line. But she doesn't listen to podcasts, so she'll never get to hear this. Erin, I know you're going to take absolutely no credit for this, but you talked me off the ledge when I went out too fast in the first half. Chicago may not have been the race that I wanted, but I know it's a huge accomplishment that I can annoy people by talking about forever. Love you all. Happy New Year.
Hi, Will Run For family. It's Melissa. I'm submitting my Goal Getter's best moment from the year. I had to look back at some of my pictures from the year to kind of see what kinds of things I was proud of, I guess. I didn't do a ton of races this year. Most of them were just for fun, we'll say. And I'm discovering as I get older that the party pace races with friends where we just dress up in sparkle and have all the fun are my favorites. So I guess I just wanted to say I'm super grateful for the running community in general for making this sport, which is really difficult, so much fun. Both online and my in-person running group have made running so much more enjoyable this year. So just thank you for all of your support. The other thing I wanted to say is I am really proud of myself for getting through the Dopey plan and actually doing all of the training runs that were scheduled. So hopefully I will complete Dopey and get all of those beautiful medals that we're all so excited for. So I'm looking forward to meeting you all in person, and just congratulations on all of your goal getters this year too. It's been really fun to watch everyone do all the things.
Hey, Will Run For. This is Jessica Garand, and my holiday traditions that have to be my favorites. The first one is an enchilada dinner for Christmas night. My grandmother was fed up with cooking 2 turkey dinners 2 months in a row, and she said, I'm fed up. I want to make enchiladas, and you're going to deal with it, pretty much. So we've been doing enchilada dinners for the past 35 years, and though now she's passed, all the cousins, now that we've moved up, grown up, moved out, and moved on and have families of our own, we all still do the enchilada dinners in her honor. And it's got to be one of the favorites of mine. And another one that I have is with my father-in-law comes over after Christmas to celebrate Christmas and New Year's combined. And we play a New Year bingo while we watch all the they're interesting New Year's Eve celebrations on the different national news channels. Our bingo squares have things such as a drunk host, a crowd costume, someone wearing a costume in the crowd, the least dressed person in the crowd, sloppy kiss, etc. like that, microphone malfunction, just things that go wrong that we just try to get a bingo. And whoever gets the bingo first, everyone else has to take a drink. So that's a fun one. As for goal-getting moments, it's just great hearing everybody's success stories over the year and all of their obstacles we've all overcome. I mean, every single one of us has had something that has pushed us back, I feel, this year. And here we are, end of the year. And at least for me, getting ready for Dopey. I'm excited to overcome my stress fracture in my foot. And I've learned to find my tribe and trust in my training. And I found my crew for getting me literally back on my feet to run this race. I'm excited to see everybody, oh my gosh, in a week. Holy beep. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. My new goal is Dopey packing. I haven't started yet, so that's going to be exciting. All right, I'll see you all at Dopey, and if not, I'm sure I'll see some of you out there at a race sometime in 2023. All right, bye.
Hello, Will Run For family. My name is Erica, and I'm in Oregon.
and I really appreciate this show. It gets me through lots of runs. So my contribution for the Clips program is first for holiday traditions. I'm pretty sure my tradition is to wind my way through the holidays. I pretty much complain the whole time. So I'm kind of glad they're over since I'm recording this kind of late. Thankfully, I have my friend Melissa to run with, who introduced me to this program, and she gets to listen to me complain the whole time through the holidays. So there's that. But a lot more fun, I think, is my goal getter contribution, which the beginning of my year started off a little not exactly as planned. I was in Hawaii, which was awesome, but I tangled with a wave, and the wave definitely won, and I broke my collarbone. So all of my plans for being stronger and trying to get a little faster, all of these things that I wanted to do and change up my exercise program just didn't happen. I pretty much was a sloth. So Melissa and I had talked about doing the Dopey and kind of seeing what the universe put out there, knowing that it's really hard to get into. So when that time came around, we said, okay, we'll let the universe decide. And sure enough, we got in, and I hadn't been training. And it didn't really get a lot better after that, because I also had a senior in high school and all of the things that go around that. So by the time I really got things started to actually train, I was pretty far behind. And it's been hit and miss all the way through. It's going to be a really interesting event for us, for me anyway. My training's been hit and miss, but I'm pretty proud because even with all of that, I've continued to get there and to get my feet on the pavement. It hasn't always been what I've wanted. I'm dealing with some injury right now, and I've really, as I introduced myself with my complaints for the holidays, it's really easy to do that, and especially when you're injured. In fact, I have avoided listening to your injury podcast because I'm a little afraid I'll cry the whole time. But through all of that, I keep pushing through, and I'm really proud of myself for having a decent attitude. And I'm so excited to get there. Right now, my goal is to make it to the starting line, but I actually feel pretty good about making it to the finish line too. It won't be fast. I never expected it to be in the first place, but I'm super excited to meet so many of you and just have a really fantastic time. So thanks for letting us be a little part of the podcast with these clips, and I can't wait to meet some of you. Take care. Bye.
Hi, Will Run For family. It's Melissa. I am reporting my favorite thing about the holidays, which is pretty much all the things. I love Christmas. The music is amazing. All of the baking and treats are so delicious, and shopping for the perfect gift for my friends and family is so much fun. I love spending the weeks between Christmas and New Year's in my pajamas playing board games with my kids. And as far as running goes, I love a themed race. So getting to dress up like an elf or Santa Claus and run a party pace race with my friends is just the best. So to summarize, I pretty much don't like any one tradition. I like every single thing about Christmas. It's the best season of the year.